So I just thought I would quickly pop on. I know I was on here last week, but I have had a really good week of stitching and I am on holiday next week. So if I don't do this now, you won't see me for another 2 weeks or so. I have only worked on 2 things, but on the 2 things that I have worked on, I've got a lot of progress done. So, first of all, I hope everyone's okay. Thank you for all the lovely responses on the previous video. It was really nice to be back. I really enjoyed it. It did take me a little while to edit and film and everything, but this one should be a lot faster. Going forward, as I said in the last video, I won't be sticking to a schedule to upload, so it'll just be a bit like this as and when I can. So I worked on Long Dog Sampler and Lord of the Rings, and originally I was going to take Lord of the Rings on holiday with me next week because I always seem to take that one, but I feel like I want to take Hogwarts. I have got an awful lot of progress done on Lord of the Rings this week, and I feel like if I take it on holiday with me I probably won't work on it as much as I'd like to because I've been doing it for the last 5 days. Yeah, I think, yeah, 5 days, and I've had a lot of progress on it. So I want something different. I feel like Hogwarts needs a bit more progress as well because it's got barely anything on it. And I know there's a couple of people that have started with me, so I would like to see some really nice progress done on that. I will show you Hogwarts before I go, just to remind you of what it looks like before I go away. But first one I want to show you that I've been working on since I recorded last time is Long Dog Sampler. So Long Dog Sampler, there should be a picture here of what it looks like. I am not doing it in black, just a reminder for anyone that might have missed the last one. Do you know, I think this one, oh, I hope not. I really hope it's not warped. I have a problem with stretching my cross stitch fabric too tightly. And looking at it, it might have started to warp. So I need to be careful with it. I had a finish last year, Darth Daddy. If I've got a picture still somewhere, I will put it up here, where I warped the stitching, and I think it was because I used a, oh my god, I've forgotten what they're called. It was a frame, a scroll frame. I used a scroll frame for that when I started, and then I converted it into a hoop because I couldn't get on with the scroll frame. And at the end of it, the stitches around the edges were slightly warped. So it's actually on the wall up here. So it's up the wall, on the wall over there in my living room. And it looks okay from a distance like that, but when you look at it like right next to it, you can tell that it's slightly, and I've stretched it out as far as I can, but I can still see it. It looks nice, but yeah, I need to be aware of that. So this is my, oh, I'll show you what it looked like last time. So here's where we are now, and I don't know if you can see, this middle bit here has gone up slightly. So I really need to keep an eye on that. I'm really happy with the progress actually. I came all the way across. I'm pretty sure the picture that I show you in this is where I last worked on it, because I don't remember touching this since before Christmas. Oh, I've forgotten what I was going to say now, but I really like the colour effect. I'm really happy with that. And I think I was like here on the word last, and I've done all of this. So Long Dog Sampler has had 1,258 stitches on it, and it's now at 7%. I'm actually pretty sure this is 28 count, and I do this one strand full cross. I don't know when I'll next pick it up. I probably will just wait for the spin the wheel to come up, but I did really enjoy just doing one strand full cross for a little while. Sometimes it can feel like it drags quite a bit, but this time it wasn't too bad. So I had 3 sessions. One of them I only did 53 stitches on, which was the first day. Second day I did 650, which was really good, and then the last day was 555 stitches. So I've had quite a bit of time to stitch in between work and house stuff. And the reason why Lord of the Rings had so much progress this week is because I had a bit of an accident at work right at the beginning of the week, where I fell off of a stepladder, flat on my back, smacked my head, bruised all my back. I think, because I don't actually remember what happens. I remember being on the stepladder and then being on the floor. I think I slipped with my left leg because my whole left leg hurts, and I must have not had my foot placed properly on this step ladder or step stool. It's not a ladder, it's a stool. And I don't think I had my left foot placed on it properly. It slipped and I went back. But I landed like flat on my back, so all of my back hurts. It's okay today. It's been 4 days today, so because I did it on Monday. It's okay today, but that day I did have a mild concussion, so thankfully I had the next day off work. So I spent the whole of Tuesday pretty much, bearing in mind obviously I still clean, because when, I don't know if most of you are like it if you run a household, but when you say you've had a day off, you're still doing the normal household stuff. So I would do a job, come and sit down and stitch, and then when I was like bored of that, I'd go do another job, come and sit down and stitch. So I had an awful lot of progress done. So let me show you Lord of the Rings. I keep talking about it. Oh, I haven't got it next to me. I'm trying to do the camera at a different angle because it's really good lighting today, and I don't want to not be able to show you the progress on Lord of the Rings, because I'm really impressed with myself. So Lord of the Rings is my biggest project for people that haven't seen me before. It's 999 stitches wide by 600 and something long. I started this, I think, a year and a half ago, and the plan was to finish it before I was 40. I'm 34 now, 35 in about 10 days time. Don't know if that's ever going to happen. Actually, it might be 2 years then, because I think I started this on my 33rd birthday. I think. So yeah, I can't see myself finishing this by the time I'm 40, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm really enjoying this one. It can be a bit of a struggle sometimes, but here is what it looked like the last time I think you saw it. Obviously I showed you in the last video, but I think I've got the picture correct, because I'm sure I took a picture since recording that. If I haven't, then I apologise. But if you want to see it beforehand, like, you can always go back and watch the other video. And here is what it looks like now. So it's so cool. I'm really enjoying seeing Sauron come to life. Really enjoying it. So I am getting a little bit burnt out now. Today I was stitching on it this morning, and there's a lot of purples at the minute that I'm working with, a lot of dark colours, different shades of purple, different shade of red. 3371, there's a tiny bit of black in there, but most of that is 3371, and then there's obviously oranges for the fire. The way I stitch is, I don't have a method. I really don't like leaving ninja stitches, so what I typically do is look at my chart on Pattern Keeper, and whichever stitch is the highest, I'll go for that and I'll work it through wherever. I don't diagonal cross, I don't diagonal cross, I don't stitch in a diagonal, I don't do royal rows, I don't typically do typewriter, which is kind of, I suppose you can call it that. I don't have a method per se, I just kind of do whatever I feel like is best. And sometimes when there's a lot of the same colour and I'm stitching and I spot a colour higher, like of the same symbol that I'm working on, and there's symbols right next to the stitch that I'm doing, I will go out of my way and go back up to the top. I know it uses a lot of floss, and it probably making this a lot thicker than it should be, but I really, it's my biggest pet peeve with stitching, is leaving a stitch like up here somewhere and then just carrying on working down here. It drives me insane. So I will go through and I will pick the random one stitch by itself and try and work it through as much as I can. If the next stitch is like down here somewhere, I'm not going to bother, just because I know I can't count that far. I can, but I don't trust myself. So I will work within the area that I am. within reason, without having to count for a long period of time to find the next stitch. But that's just how I work. Is I find I get a lot more progress done that way than trying to do a specific method, like stitching in a diagonal, royal rows, whatever methods, because I don't really take note of the methods that other people use. It's just how I like to stitch. But this is 28 count, and I am doing 2 strands half stitch on this with CXC thread, and it is pretty difficult in places to do it with CXC thread. I really like 28 count fabric. I can find it pretty easy to see, but I will say with CXC thread, because it is a lot plumper, if I ever did a progress like this again with high confetti, I wouldn't recommend it. I would use DMC thread just because it is so much thinner, and you can notice a difference because I think this pink here is either this pink or this pink down here is DMC, and I've snapped it a couple of times just because it's a lot thinner, and I'm quite rough. Just because this is so thick as well, I think I'm kind of really getting used to just stabbing my needle into the fabric and pulling it back out. But you can tell that it's thick. You can really tell that it's a thick old fabric, but I like it. I do like it, and the colours are so vibrant on it. It's going to look amazing when it's done, because if you think that will be, this is just like a teeny weeny corner of what we're working on. Seeing it up close like this, it does look quite messy to me. Sometimes I see it and I'm just like, oh, there's a couple of thicker bits of thread there. But once the entire picture is done, you're not really going to care. Well, I'm not going to care. And this is going to go in my house somewhere. I will get this professionally framed, I think. Maybe. Oh, I don't know, because it's going to be expensive, but we'll see. So yeah, I am super happy with the progress on this one. I did 5,914 stitches, and it's now at 10%. It's actually 10.50% or something daft like that. And the last time I came on, it was at 9 point something, and I didn't think I was going to hit the 10%, but I did. Really happy with that. In terms of the pattern, I bought this on Etsy a long time ago. The seller no longer exists, but he or she is on Inspire Uplift, which I think is linked below, because a lovely member of the channel, the lady that watches me, let me know that she found it like way back last year when the Etsy shop disappeared. She found this chart. So if you do want to do this chart, it is still available. It's just not on Etsy, and the link should be down below. So yeah, super happy. Right, so today is Thursday. I go away on Monday, and I'm away from Monday to Friday. So I think what I will do is get Hogwarts out now. That will give me, because I'm at work for the next 2 days, and then I'm off Sunday, the day before we go. We don't have to leave early in the morning or anything like that. So I think what I'm going to do is get Hogwarts out today, work on it today, and then if I don't get that much progress done on holiday, I will have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the days when I come home until I record. Well, because if I come home on Friday, usually I change my pattern on a Sunday or a Monday. So even then, I'd still have next weekend to get a bit more done if I don't work on it on holiday. But just to remind you, this is Hogwarts. It is a chart that I done with AI. It's a free pattern if you would like it on my Facebook group. The link will be down there. Somebody asked me if I could send the link through YouTube. I don't have access to this pattern other than Facebook now. I think I've deleted it off of all my SIM cards that used to hold all my Etsy stuff. I think I've wiped them so I can use the SIM cards for something else. But if you don't want to be part of the Facebook group, you can literally just pop in, join, download the file, and then leave the group if you like. I don't mind. All the patterns there are free. It's either that or ask somebody else to grab it for you off the group, and then they can share it to you. But yeah, I don't want to be sending links in the comments, because that means I will have to go back and download them and find them and send them to you. So yeah, here's Hogwarts. I have cropped it, which I spoke about in the last video, so I won't go through all that again, but this is the progress that we're working with at the minute. This is the start, and what I did was started in the middle and I'm working towards the top left. I don't know if I'm going to keep going up or if I'm just going to start working here, save me moving the hoop, and we can just see a bit of, you know, like what's what. This might actually be the top. No, it can't be. It can't be the top. There's too much fabric on this side. So I was clearly working my way up. I might just start there in this little bit here. Where's it going to focus? I might just start there and see where we're at. This is 32 count, and I'm doing 1 strand half stitch with CXC thread. So fingers crossed it all comes through clearly and it's not too sparse. If it starts looking too sparse, I will probably switch to full cross with 1 strand on CXC as well, because I don't really have DMC to hand. Like, all of my floss is CXC thread. So yes, I will work on that for the next week, and I will see you when I see you. I don't know when. If I feel like I've got a lot of progress done on Hogwarts, I will record when I come back off holiday. If not, I'll probably wait a week, see what other project I can work on, and then come back then, so we've got something to talk about. So I will see you soon. Bye guys.